Morning, everyone. How are we all doing today? I'm here for the rally for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Jackson Heights at Travers Park. So, thank you for watching and hope you enjoy. And I seriously got to invest in self-esteem. Have a good one.
Welcome to my district. I am so proud to have you all here in my community, fighting for our working class community members, fighting for our immigrant population, fighting for the essential workers that kept this city alive every single day right here in Jackson Heights, East Elmhurst, Corona, and Woodside. I am so proud to be an elected official representing this district. And I'm so proud to have been at the forefront of the fight for health care for all, for housing justice for all, and for a climate so that my son and my grandchildren and great-grandchildren have a planet to live in. We need to continue that fight. And we need our badass champions on the federal and state level and city council level as well to make sure that we're here to fight for you every single day. So, can we do it, y'all? Can we do it? Are we gonna get it done? Let's get it done, folks. Thank you, every single one of you who are out here fighting for our community. I love you all. Palate! That everything is fine. We need to get our leadership back in Congress, in the Senate, in the Assembly, and make sure that you have people fighting for you every day, because the reality is the last 2 years is going to take at least a decade to get everybody back on their feet. And so I am so thankful to see so many people out making sure that we can get those signatures. Do not get complacent. Do not think that because we're out again that there's no work to do. There's so much work to do to get us back to some sort of normalcy. But we don't want normal. Do you want normal? No. Because we deserve the best. Yeah. We deserve investment in climate change. We deserve investment in our small businesses. We deserve investment in workers. We deserve our immigrants to be protected. Yeah. And for that, we need every single one of you to sign up for 1 or 2 or maybe 3 shifts over the next week to make sure that you're out there getting those signatures and getting us back on the ballot. And we recognize, because we are a community of mixed status, that some of you may not be citizens or registered to vote, but that doesn't mean you can't help. That doesn't mean you can't partner with someone, go out and learn about what it means to influence our community. And so we urge you, join, sign up, get those signatures, and let's get us reelected. Thank you.
Thank you. Roe v. Wade. I promised to make our voting laws a lot easier so that all of us could vote in this state elections. And since then, we've done even more. We never thought that we would be facing an unprecedented pandemic, but God willing, being the chair of the Labor Committee has allowed me to really figure out how it is that we can lift our economy from the bottom up, making sure that we're putting workers first, making sure that we were giving farm workers a day off and the right to join a union, making sure we were doing away with the tipped wage for our car wash workers and for our nail salon workers, and most of all, making sure we passed a $2.1 billion excluded workers fund so that no one in our community was left behind when it came to economic relief as a result of this pandemic. And it means so much to me to see so many of you here, especially from my family in the labor movement. So I do want to thank 32BJ, the Postal Workers Union. I also saw folks from Teamsters, Local 808 around here. We are building the multi-ethnic democracy that everybody else fears. Here we know what it's like to live together, to coexist. It's what we strive to emulate because it's our responsibility as the most diverse place on this planet. Queens is the future.
Member. They have a state senator and they have a member of Congress that will go ham if they are harassed or intimidated in the workplace. So one of the things that I said, that I shared with them, is that you all do the work, right? That some of the most immediate, tangible organizing you can do is economic organizing, organizing your workplace, or organizing your home, organizing your neighborhood. But then, on top of that, when you are protected at every level of your representation and elect people who actually fight for you, and not anyone else that they take a check from, but the people that elect them, then you can go far. You can do anything. You can secure whatever you want to organize for, and the sky is the limit. And I think it's important in times like now, when it can be really difficult and times are tough and rent is high and corporations and Wall Street are gobbling up 1 in every 7 single-family homes in the United States, when it's hard, and we're working on changing that, and when voting rights feel stalled, it is easy to feel down. It's easy to feel like, what are we accomplishing? And I think it's important for us to remind ourselves exactly what we've done right here in Queens. We've heard from some of our elected officials on what they're fighting for right now. $500 million for CUNY. Is that right, Zohran? $500 million for CUNY. We worked on a $2+ billion on state level, $2+ billion excluded workers fund led by Jessica Ramos. We have an incredible leader in State Senator Mike Gianaris, who had to undo all of the crazy Republican gerrymandering that happened 10 years ago and navigate that process. That is hard, man. So appreciate that. We have Shakar, who is now one of the first South Asian city council members in New York City history, representing our community. And on the congressional level, I want you all to know what we've done too. We've got APWU here. Shout out, thank you. Our Postal Workers Union. In the last 2 years, we've secured one of the first postal banking pilot programs right here in this district, in this community. When we also think about what we've done in terms of what elections allow you to do, when COVID first hit, at the very beginning in March and April 2020, before the public health data was coming out, before we knew, before people in Washington knew that COVID wasn't hitting everyone in every community the same, you all told me. You all said as early as March and April 2020, some of our organizers in East Elmhurst said Black, brown, and low-income and working-class communities are getting hit the hardest. And we had our hospital, our public hospital, Elmhurst Hospital, navigate that and protocols for the entire country. And so what we did was that they said for families that are losing people and that have lost people, we want a funeral assistance fund. Yeah. So we worked and we established a $2 billion funeral assistance fund for every single person in this country who has lost someone due to COVID. Irrespective of documentation. And even right here, over $1 billion has already gone out so that nobody, when enduring the emotional and just tremendous loss of a loved one, has to also deal with the financial loss. On top of that, we have passed an enormous suite of investments for our community. When we talk about public safety, I went over to Jacoby Hospital in the Bronx half of the district, and we sat with them. And again, Jacoby and Elmhurst hospitals, it's not a coincidence. They are our two public hospitals serving our community right here. They will never turn you away based on your insurance status. They will never turn you away based on your undocumented or documented status. They'll never turn you away based on your income. And they said, we're looking at the data. And the data showing the things that are driving this are everything that was pressure cooking from COVID and pre-COVID, cost of housing, mental health, young boys without mentorship or guidance or investment. And so what did Jacoby Hospital do? What did we do? We worked with social workers, and we worked with community organizers, and we worked with folks who have lifted themselves out of being previously incarcerated on Rikers Island. And we invested and developed and invested in an anti-violence and a violence interruption program that reduces the reoccurrence of crime by over 50%, more effective than any policing intervention on the books. And then 2 weeks ago, okay, sorry. They're trying to keep me from falling off the thing here. And then 2 weeks ago, I worked in Congress, and we secured $500,000 for that program to expand it and grow it. After that, we went to Elmhurst Hospital and secured $3 million to Elmhurst Hospital rebuild the OBGYN unit, which has now that funding has snowballed to another $14 million to build an entire women's pavilion to help everyone from prepubescent girls through end of life, and also gender affirming care and hormone replacement therapy, because our feminism in Jackson Heights is intersectional, baby. That's just the tip of the iceberg. So elections matter when your representatives and candidates give a damn about you. And here in Jackson Heights, we are the epicenter of give a damn, okay? We give a damn about our neighbors. We give a damn about our friends. We give a damn that our teachers are paid well. We give a damn that people who are incarcerated had a life leading up there that needs to be fixed. We give a damn here in Jackson Heights. So I want you to know that when we collect signatures today, this isn't just about an election. When we are collecting signatures today, this is not about just an election. Thank you. It's not just about an election, because when you knock on your neighbor's door, it's all right. When you knock on your neighbor's door today, when you knock on your neighbor's door to collect, when you knock on your neighbor's door to collect a signature today, it's just to collect a signature today. Tomorrow, it's to ask them to join the union. The day after that, it's to get out the vote. So we're here to fight for a Green New Deal. We're here to fight for Medicare for all. For the PRO Act and the the right to unionize our workplaces. And we're here to elect progressives at every level of the ballot to change our city, our state, and our country. Thank you very much, Jackson Heights. I love you.
Well, you know, there's that little thing.
I forgot what
Yeah, there is
Hi guys, how's everyone doing today? Just closing the video right here again in Flushing Meadows Corner Park, right in front of the Unisphere. Well, at today's rally, it was definitely a lot of fun. There was a lot more energy, a lot more excitement and enthusiasm going on, people gathering around, all showing their support, not just the volunteers, but other members of the press and just people around, signing petitions and, again, doing what they can for their community. Obviously, I was there for my support for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and there was another members of many points borough that were there speaking and stuff. So, thank you for watching the video, and just like I said before, whether you live in the 5 boroughs or elsewhere, do what you can to get out and make a difference. One of the main and obvious things is voting, of course, and I don't mean just the presidential elections or just the midterms, but also the elections in between. Know who's in your area, and even if you're supporting people in other areas, as long as they're doing the right thing, doing their job, then you're helping to make a difference. Signing petitions, volunteering, donating, anything that you can do to help make a difference. Remember, in the end, it's up to you. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and have a good one.